Und wir sind back bei The Outer Worlds. Ja, wir waren hier in Amber Heights. Haben ein paar Quests abgeschlossen, angenommen, dies, das. Jetzt geht's weiter. Ein paar Sachen vor uns.
Disarray level analysis. Utter and total chaos.
Raus in die Wildnis. Schließen mal ein paar Quests ab. Borstwurst. Geil. Sieht mal richtig lecker aus. Agnes. Das bringt uns zurück dahin. Wir wollen aber nicht zurück dahin. Untersuche den Außenposten. Da ist er. Da wollen wir hin. Cooles Schild. Oh. Hier ist doch bestimmt irgendwas. Oh lol. Er ist am Sliden. Meine Güte. Ja. Oh. Oh. Und Level up. So schnell geht das. Habe ich hier nicht ein paar gekillt? Mit den. Oh, lol. Mutti und Bits. Ah, Hacken. 250 Bits. Nice. Hier geht's auf jeden Fall ab. Vorschutzhelm. Wasser. Das war's. So, Charakter. Was war das nochmal? Hacken? Irgendwas war das da. Na egal. Wir haben beide hier mit Langwaffen. Ist 100 Max? Ne, lol. Ah ne, 150. Oh, alles klar. Klingt krass. Auch gut. So. War hier noch was? Oh yeah. Das hat weh.
South here, off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
Take out your truck. There you go. Performance evaluation is sterling.
Königin. Erstmal weg. Weg machen. Manti-Panzer. Manti-Larve. Okay. Rufbarkarte Kai Willy. Läuft. Ja, was war das? Naja. Weiter geht's.
Object cannot be cleaned. Object is not in optimal condition for cleaning.
Yo. Muss wohl außen rumlaufen. Oh Gott. Gar nicht gemerkt. Schwäche gegen Kollision. Kollisionsschaden erhalten plus 25%. Oh, lustig. Komm, den nehmen wir mal mit.
Flawlessly finished.
Flawlessly finished. Sam gefällt mir. Macht einen guten Eindruck. Für Pflanzen. Komm ich so überhaupt da hoch?
Would you
Ich
like
weiß
this
es
unit
nicht.
to tidy up?
We ought to be quick about this.
Sublight. Beschädigte Route einer Lager. Eine Blutspur führt von dem Routeradar weg. Okay. Hier wäre ich auch lang gekommen. Gut zu wissen.
Okay, I'll bite. What's with the other
Verstehe.
mechanical following you around?
Warning! Sam's cleaning solvent has been known to cause cancer in laboratory sprats. Please stand clear when stream is engaged.
Huh? Okay then.
Meine Güte.
Neutralize and sanitize.
Beide nicht tot. Oh. Der kann auch nicht tot sein.
Everyone all right?
Ja. Einfach mal weggemacht. Über krasse Bäume hier, ey. Hier geht's hoch zur Brücke. Statt wenn man immer einen Besuch hat. Oh Gott, ich brenne. Muss nachladen, Leute. Easy. Der hat aber hier durchgerattert, meine Güte. Ja. Zerlegen. Nahkampf brauchen wir nicht.
Hello there.
Moin.
A word, if I may be so bold? Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?
Dann zeig mal, was du da hast. Aber erstmal verkaufe ich. Waffen. Kann weg. Weg. Oh, scheiße, Digga. Na, egal. Ja. Nichts Besonderes, wie ich sehe. 34, 27. Was hat New Yorker? 36, 38. Ist sogar besser. Sam trägt ja nichts, ne? Ja. Okay. Alright.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Komm, statten wir den Besuch ab, bevor wir da hingehen. Fallbrook. Diät, Toothpaste, Slime. Oh. Mortimer Bell.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
Erzähl mir von der Freizeitanlage.
No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Wo bin ich? Was ist das für ein Ort?
Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
Klar.
Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $2.50 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one who runs this racket.
Lydia hat mich geschickt. Wo ist Catherine?
You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit.
Immer schön atmen. Ist schon in Ordnung. Sag mir einfach, wie ich zu Miss Mellon komme. Weißt du, wo Catherine ist oder nicht? Du bist echt nutzlos. Okay.
She's not but just down the way. 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise.
Alles klar. Man hört sich, sieht sich.
Or a round of whiskey. Or both.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
Hausmann? Nelson Mason. Cooler
Take a
Typ.
gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
Lydia hat mich geschickt, damit ich mich um Supply-Probleme kümmere. Mit Schmeicheleien kannst du alles erreichen. Sprich ruhig weiter. Hast du gerade Zwinker zu mir gesagt, anstatt mir richtig zuzwinkern? Arme verschenken, hoffentlich ist der gut. Ach komm.
I certainly hope you're not insinuating the problem is me. I mean, that would be preposterous. I never do anything under the table. That, Miss Malin ain't aware of. If there's any issue, really, you should talk to her. She's straight back in Malin's House of Hospitality.
Was war der Gefallen, um den du mich gebeten hattest?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, if you're interested. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats. See? I know a fellow genius when I clap eyes on him.
Das war mega
Too
Idee.
right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
Nee,
Well,
danke.
my ma always did say.
Kein Bock auf so einen Scheiß. Chat, was geht ab?
No, but thank you. I'm quite all right as I am.
Moment, was?
Oh, you're still here. I said I don't require anything at this time. Run along now. I've had more than enough to satisfy my thirst for one evening. Deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore Fallbrook was unrivaled in its leisurely pursuits. But it seems to me the whole town is designed primarily to leech one's bits. And now that I've run dry, or nearly so, the fellas have abandoned me back to Byzantium. You wouldn't leave a friend in need, I'm sure. Don't suppose I could just ask you to scram.
Okay. Wo finde ich Catherine?
Can't fathom why you'd go searching her out. But it's your neck on the noose. I was told she runs the saloon.
Danke.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was, stars. I can't remember. Days.
You don't think you got crushed during the bridge fight?
His team running that drop? Sure puts things into perspective.
Nix, was man gebrauchen kann. Ist das der Salon? Versicherungsagent.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Ja, okay.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Wieso befindet sich das Büro auf Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
Wieso?
Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here.
Ah,
So we
Pfeife.
can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course.
Ihr betrügt also die Behörden. Ah, okay. Wenn du das
Oh,
sagst.
it's certainly not about what I say. That's all plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Belästern seine Augenbrauen versichern.
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation.
Okay. Katastrophale Ehen.
Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every
Alles
possible
klar.
One
Danke
thing's for
fürs
sure.
Gespräch. Mir einfach nicht weitergeholfen.
Going silent.
So. Was geht ab? Gibt einen leichteren Weg. Ich weiß nicht, ob das hier sein darf, aber mal schauen. Nein, macht nichts, alles gut. Ich dachte schon. Merlin's House of Hospitality. Wesley Alexander.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
Hast du Glacial Age Whiskey?
No, I don't have any... If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets.
Worauf kann ich Wetten abschließen?
Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Gut zu wissen. Yo, Catherine.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella?
Krasse Stimme.
Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Catherine,
gelaunt, ey.
you're as welcoming as ever.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Freut mich, dich kennenzulernen. Ich bin... du bist wirklich unglaublich freundlich. Wenn du mit einem kleinen Stückchen Paradies eigentlich ein Stückchen Mantikor sagen wolltet. Ja,
You know,
besser.
I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Eigentlich bin ich hier, um mich um dein Problem mit Supply zu kümmern.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
Kommt zu Punkt.
All right. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
gleich nochmal, was alter Vitagas genau ist.
Do I look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market.
Okay, definiere sicher.
Meaning safe for me and my crew, seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk.
Soll das ein Witz sein?
Hold your thrusters. I ain't even got to the tricky part. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
Kein Problem.
And will again. We ought to be taking any opportunity we get to bury those critters in lead.
Direct and aggressive. I always did like your sensibilities. You know when to strike and when to wait. Shame what came of your crew.
Crews are for ships. They were a family.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the manti nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option though, unless you want to get dead.
Gut, dass wir eine Technikerin haben. Parate wird sich darum kümmern. Unser Wicker kennt sich ziemlich gut mit Computern aus. Die Plasmalösung klingt nach Spaß.
Dandy.
Ja,
Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course. Good.
Okay.
This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
Ich habe irgendwo das Gefühl, dass dieser Auftrag mit Mord und Chaos einhergeht.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
Okay. Was genau soll ich tun?
Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details. So long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do.
Mal angenommen, ich töte Clive einfach.
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
Was, wenn ich mich entscheide, stattdessen die Fabrik zu sabotieren?
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. It'll be more than good when you're finished.
Okay.
Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Okay.
Folks I never met
Alter,
before are
krasse
my most
Brille.
favorite kind. So, what's your story?
Es ist wirklich eine seltsame Geschichte, aber ich bin 70 Jahre lang auf Eis gelegt. Okay. Du servierst in dieser Bar schon Getränke, oder?
Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got some snacks on offer too from time to time.
Ist das eine Sublight Bar?
If you're asking if it's Sublight owned, then yes. If you're asking if we give discounts to Sublight employees, then the answer is not only no, but doubly no. Ms. Malin built the bar, the saloon, and the town to boot. If you got business with Sublight, I suggest you follow up with her. Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not one I really want an answer to. Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand?
Wie viele Bits sollen es denn sein?
More than you can afford at this time.
Okay. Ich war jemand ganz sicher. Oh man.
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
Cell sanitization needed. Alert. Cell sanitization needed.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be cleaner, fancier, stocked with better booze.
Ja, der Wasserfall ist nice.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Gibt's was hinter dem Wasserfall? Eine Mine. Meine Güte. Nice. Ja. Ah, okay. Ist einfach nur so eine Andockstelle. Jose and Julius.
Can I help you? Don't think we've spoken before. I would remember. You look, well, I wouldn't forget what you're wearing, no.
Wieso sollten wir uns schon mal unterhalten haben?
Most of the freshies spend their first night in the saloon. Fresh to Fallbrook, I mean. Me? I've been here going on 3 days now.
I'm real friendly. Figure I've talked up everyone in town by now. But not you yet.
Okay. Anscheinend ist heute dein Glückstag.
Every day I've been here has been my lucky day. Never won so much in my whole life. Aside from a close call during my wilderness hike, it's been a grand adventure. I'm dreadful blessed that Captain Criley hired me onto the crew.
Welche Crew?
You wouldn't have heard of them. They're just a small pot of smugglers. Kept getting their spoils stolen when they went to fence them. So they hired on a merc. They didn't mind my being so talkative, or them being my first protection gig. Captain Criley, he does ask me to shut it sometimes. In fact, I probably shouldn't be flapping my gums about his crew at all.
Okay. Ich suche nach Devil's Peak.
Look for the horns and you can't miss it. Even I saw them when we flew overhead.
Hörner?
Massive curved stone peaks if you want to get technical. They're part of the mountain terrain.
Okay.
Right then. Very well.
Danke für die Infos.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking?
Krasses Make-up. Du siehst aber nicht so aus, als würdest du hier hinlaufen.
Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my legs. I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Klingt krass.
My dry goods come 75% guaranteed mold-free. Was that 75% mold-free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Kevin meinte, du könntest mir einen Ausweis für das CNP-Fabrik geben.
Not so fast. The biometric IDs are special goods. Only on offer to special clients. You cotton? She needs it for a job? Well, why didn't you say so?
Du hast es
Reckon
erfasst,
you
ja.
asked her where to best procure one, and she obligingly pointed you my way. Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome customers. Will that be all, or do you require something to say, scratch your itch?
Genau. Die hat gar keinen Namen, ey.
Go away, White.
That's not how the game works. I say, knock, knock, like I'm on the outside of the door. And you say...
I swear to the architect, I will punch your leg. I lost a shipment out for delivery. Barely made it out. Marauders got Keely.
Ooh, Catherine is gonna flay the skin from your fingers.
Na, scheiße. So. Wie es weitergeht, sehen wir in der nächsten Folge, würde ich sagen. Und danke fürs Zusehen. Haut rein.